I'm Shelby.
And I'm Stephanie. One of our most anticipated video games of the entire year is Super Mario Odyssey.
I got to play it earlier this year at PAX, which is where I got this pin.
So to celebrate, we're making a cake that looks just like Cappy.
But before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on all of our videos.
We have a lot of work to get to, so let's get started on our Cappy cake.
Here we go. We already baked 2 11-inch cakes and 1 10-inch cake.
We're trimming off the top of the cake and then filling it with vanilla buttercream.
And then we're repeating the process with the second cake and we're stacking it on top of the first cake.
After we've given it another layer of buttercream, we are cutting the 10-inch cake diagonally in 2 sections. We're taking the larger section and moving it to the cake. This will be the top front of Cappy.
I'm busy eating the cake while my mom is trimming off more of the cake.
We're taking the smaller section of cake and putting it in its place and trimming it down a little bit. This will be the back of Cappy.
And now we're rounding out the edges and trimming the cake to a perfect shape. This really makes a big mess.
It's time to give it some buttercream frosting. After smoothing out the buttercream frosting, it needs to go into the refrigerator to chill.
Here we wanted to show you how we cut our cake board to the proper size. We slide the cake to the edge of the counter and cut away the foam core using an X-Acto knife.
Next, we're securing the cake to the cake drum with melted chocolate.
Onto the fondant. Here she's rolling out the fondant, draping it over the rolling pin and moving it onto the cake.
You need to work quickly when smoothing out the fondant. Here, I'm turning the cake while smoothing it out with my hands.
And now we're cutting away the excess fondant and using our fondant smoother to get rid of any imperfections.
Moving on to Cappy's eyes, we first printed out a template of the eyes. We then rolled out a piece of gum paste and cut around the eyes with an X-Acto knife.
We then trimmed the template and repeated the process for all parts of the eyes.
To make it look more like the real Cappy, we dusted the eyes with food coloring dust and then hand painted the lines in the eyes.
The eyes will need to dry overnight. Voila!
Next up is the bill of the hat. We don't have an exact method to this, we're just cutting it until we think it looks right.
We cut the fondant with plastic wrap over it so that it would have a softer edge.
We wanted the bill to be raised a little, so we rolled out logs of fondant to go underneath the bill.
We continued to add fondant until we liked the result. Here we are giving the bill a stitched look with a fondant stitching tool.
And then we glued the bill to the hat with piping gel.
Lastly, we are adding eyes to the cake with melted chocolate.
Carefully hold them into place until the chocolate has time to dry.
We did it! Cappy is all finished. Thank you for watching!
We hope you enjoyed this video and learned how to make your own Cappy cake.
If you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that subscribe button below.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
See you guys next time!
Bye!
Bye. Let's eat it.